Okay, hello, my friends. Today is Saturday, June 8th, and here are the three big stories that you need to be aware of today. So, the European Commission says that Ukraine is ready to start accession talks. I don't know what's taken this long. They seem to have had their paperwork in place for some time now, but they're finally doing it. But there's a dark lining to the silver cloud, and that is this. The European Commission supported the start of accession talks with Ukraine, Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal said on June 7th. Now we expect our European partners to take the next step to start membership negotiations already this month. Okay, but why? Well, it turns out EU and Ukrainian officials are reportedly pushing for the talks to start by June 25th before Hungary takes the presidency of the EU Council in July. So things could go very bad very quickly once Hungary takes the reins of the EU Council. Relations between Kyiv and Budapest became particularly tense throughout the full-scale war as Hungary maintained close ties with Russia. All right, second big story. So, Russia put an ex-Ukrainian prime minister on the wanted list. Yulia Tymoshenko, who played a major role in the Orange Revolution in the early 2000s, is charged with an undisclosed crime? Okay, so she's on some kind of wanted list, but they don't know exactly what crime, but I'm sure they'll find it. Tymoshenko served as Ukraine's prime minister for several months in 2005 after co-leading a series of protests known as the Orange Revolution, so they don't like that, sparked by the disputed results of the 2004 presidential election. The upheaval, now this is an RT, so remember that's where this bias is coming from. The upheaval resulted in the victory of Viktor Yushchenko, or you could say that the Supreme Court overturned massive corruption. That would probably be a little bit more appropriate. A NATO and Western-leaning political presidential candidate. Tymoshenko was accused of corruption and abuse of power, and in 2011, Tymoshenko was sentenced to 7 years in prison on the latter charge, but was released as a result of the 2014 Western-backed Maidan coup. One of the things going on with the coup, I'm even using that language. I shouldn't be using that language. One of the things at the time was that the president wanted to kind of go west, but part of going west would have been releasing her, might have been part of the package deal with moving west, which is what the people wanted. And he, rather than do that and releases someone who's an opponent, and correct me if I'm wrong, he decided he was going to go east to Russia instead. Last story, this is fun. Russia Supreme Court on June 7th banned what it called anti-Russia separatist movement, a group that does not appear to exist. The move was made at the Justice Ministry's request and comes about 7 months after the Supreme Court banned another non-existent group, the International Public LGBT Movement. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.